Yo guys, what is up? It is your boy Frosty R&B, the Frostman himself. How y'all doing today on Sunday? Last stream, we started school mode, and school mode got really freaking tedious really fast. But at least we covered all the remaining report card stuff, and I did finish all the timeline stuff. I just gotta go back and review it. In today's stream, today's the finale. We're graduating. I don't care what anyone says. We are graduating from Hope's Academy all together where no one died. Alright, so I'm going to be starting up my master file. And this is going to be very interesting because I want to. I don't remember.
Thrills, chills, kills!
So when you do NG+, you have to press continue. Otherwise, it's not going to count, I think. Yeah, you have to press continue to start New Game Plus. So that is like the main takeaway of this, because if you start New Game, everything's going to be pretty much fresh out of file. So it does give you an option to, skip it. So yeah, we're going to be skipping 40 minutes of this. So hails yes. So when you do a New Game Plus, this is like a file from like, I've already done like, I don't know. You can tell my levels. This is like, the best way to do this is just like keep grinding for those Thingamabobbers, those cheat sheets, those cleaning maestros and all that jazz, because it really makes a difference. And levels do carry over, but inventory does not. So that's the main gist of it, and as long as you're on top of stuff, like especially if your cleaning and gathering levels are really freaking high, you don't really need to worry about this. See, everyone's at level 9 for cleaning for the girls, but the guys are like, everyone's at collection gathering at level 9, so it's freaking awesome. So yeah, biggest tip though, just because you have all these great things, it does not mean that you should go to ignore everything else. And you know what? My dumb idiot self forgot to bring up the trip ticket stuff. Oh boy, that's not a good thing. Alright, let's go spend time. Alright, let me bring up the guide once more. So, let me talk about Monokuma, what he does. Okay, shut that Wi-Fi. We're only going to be doing maybe 1 or 2 students for this graduation thing. So when you talk to Monokuma, he will give you those cards, right? You guys remember those cards that I would talk about like later on? Those things are called trigger happy tickets. Yeah, I know, it sounds really cheesy, right? Think of them as like a dating service in a way. So what that means is like, when you do trigger happy havoc cards, you will need to, you can only do them once you have report cards for said characters done. But because I have all those like heart badges, it just means I've already done their graduation ceremony. For today's stream, I'm mainly going to be tackling Sayaka and possibly Kyoko. So
Well,
that's the thing too, and when you go on dates, depending on your choices, you can get a full heart, a half heart, or even no gains. And these are all random. The choices are the exact same for said question, but the heart gauge, the raising, will always differ. Sometimes you will get full heart, sometimes you'll get half, sometimes you get nothing. Sometimes you'll get a rare occurrence, but let's go talk to my precious blue rare part. I freaking love her, man. So instead of spending time, use the trip tickets. And all these characters do have their own specified place they prefer. So you have a school, store, library, rec room, music room, and garden. I highly recommend following a guide for this. So for today, Sayaka's, I believe, it's both music and dining hall. But we're gonna go to the dining hall because I want to. And they will ask you 3 questions or a trigger happy event. Oh my god, this brings back so much memories. So, you'll get a choice. And for this question, depending on your response, I think they will always have like a dislike and they will always have a really like. For Sayaka, just press want something to drink. Well, look how happy she is, man. Look how happy she is. So, that's the main gist of this mode, folks. Honestly, it's really no different from report cards, except you have to choose the right choices. And it is extremely grindy. You cannot do this in all in one sitting. You have to do this like what? 3 playthroughs? Because you have to do 10 gauges.
Hey,
It doesn't mean 10 days will always equal 10 gauges. Sometimes you will go as much as 12 to 14. So, that's the main gist of this mode. And that's pretty much it for that. Other than that though, there's really not much else to talk about. Other than besides that fact. And remember guys, remember how we started really pathetically? Well, the thing about this mode is since we have all these great high-level collecting gathering stuff, you really want to forge up Mom's warm milk, because that's going to become like the most broken item in the entire game. I'm going to go ahead and send everyone back out there because I want to. Because everyone's collection gathering is like really freaking high, we don't really need to do as much, so we're okay with this. All right, let's go see Blueberry Pie. Because when you finish those construction stuff, all right, let me explain it back once we talk to her again. Once you're done doing the construction stuff, you'll get additional trip tickets, and you really want to keep doing this because you will get exactly 5 characters to max out with a few days spare. Trust me, guys, you want to pick your cards right. Let's go to the music room. I don't remember if it was this or the dining hall she much preferred. Because in my second playthrough of this, I always pick the music room because it's, you know, her idol status. So, for this question, just talk about, oh shoot, I always forget which was the good answer for this one, because all these questions are different. Oh boy. I think what we're gonna do is I've always wanted to hear some live music. I think that's the one that she much prefers. A good learning experience. I want to see you perform. Now she's all embarrassed. We had both a pretty good time. See, exactly. Like, I really hope I'm doing this guide right, because I don't know. I don't remember if this is like from different regions. Blah blah blah, Monokuma, you can go screw off for the shenanigans. Alright, let's see. Do I have enough for Mom's warm milk? Because look at this. I don't even have enough for the freaking chassis. That's kind of sad. Mom's warm milk. Long malts. And I still need a chassis. Mom's warm milk, I can only make what? It's just one so far? That's fine. See how like people are already tired out? Guess what? Look at this. Hatching. Hails, yes, buddy. You just keep doing this and you're good. You're golden. And whatever materials are kind of short on, just grind for those said locations. And you don't need to think about as much because they have those whole flag dedicators and stuff. So you're good. Alright, since we spent 2 trip tickets with Sayaka.
Now then.
How are we doing with her? See? I think the dining hall was like accounted as a half. So
Well,
there's that. Alright, that's fine, that's fine. Alright, let's continue talking to my precious blueberry pie. Let's go ahead and use a trip ticket. Do I want to go back to the dining hall or do I want to go back to the music room? I think I want to go back to the dining hall. Alright, because like some of these, they give you like what? 9 different questions for 3 different favorite locations. But yeah, these locations are very, very important. So for this one, it says let's go make lunch and eat somewhere. Let's go on the picnic. Alright, so yeah, I'm thinking about maybe an hour for this stream. And then maybe an hour. And then afterwards, we'll start with Kirby's Dream Land 2. I just like it to keep grinding for those whatchamacallits. Those the school material stuff. I'm not really worried about this file because technically my master file really covers it. Jesus. That's a lot of
Isn't that wonderful? See ya later!
Monokuma, I was hoping for something else, but okay. How do I not have enough chassis for this? That is so weird. Alright, that's fine, that's fine. So some people are getting tired out. I'm gonna go ahead and send the people who have low cleaning levels up to this bar right here. Because I definitely think they need more experience. And other stuff. So, Kyoko and Sayaka will go to cleaning duty, unfortunately. The chassis, the cheese cells should be there. Oh, what do I just want to do? Definitely want to send these guys to cleaning duty. Only because, wow, I kind of need them to. Asahina will go there. Toko will go there. Where is the... Who has the aluminium cans? Because those are the ones I... Okay, so Taka will cover it. Yeah, we'll just keep doing it this way. So, I found out last stream. You know what took up the most shenanigans? The freaking... I knew it was a freaking, this thingamabobber. So yeah, the cheese cells, I never knew
Now then.
my luck was gonna be this bad, so... It is what it is. Damn, so she really does like it. What up, Udon? How's it going, man? I'm sure you KH fans are very happy in today's announcement. So yeah, dude, we're doing a bunch of like... We're just doing extra mode. Because last stream, I went way over time. And I did... you guys should thank me, because I stayed up 2 hours late just to do all these time stamps from the previous streams. Dude, yesterday's stream's timestamps were abysmal to do. But because I love you guys so much, I did it for you. So I guess I was a masochist that time, but it is what it is. So yeah, I guess Dining Hall does suppress musical. You're hyped and raging. Dude, why are people complaining about Sora's new art design? I think it looks pretty good. This is from Nintendo Switch fanboys, by the way, so all the KH fans are very happy, but the Nintendo fanboys are like very salty with Sora's new design. I have no idea why. Okay, so for this question, I'm probably gonna get a half heart. Do you... No, it's not do you know how to cook. Want something to drink, babe? But yeah, if I do end stream very early, I will be going back live with Kirby's Dream Land 2. So I wouldn't know. People, the only time you see Switch fanboys talking about other companies' IPs on the who have never owned a Sony console or whatever, they usually sub to like Game Explain and who are those other channels? Frickles. There was one more channel that covers the multi-platform stuff, but they're mainly Switch content. Oh boy. I think it looks pretty clean, actually.
Hey,
Way better than this one Ullergan I'm thinking about, but I gotta confirm the actual art style that I'm compared to. Bravely Default 2. Oh, this is gonna be on mobile? Sucks for you guys. I'm just glad that Danganronpa, they did have mobile games, but they're not canon, which I'm happy with. Because Kodaka can be a bit like a little visual with some of these lore stuff. I want Mom's more milk again, guys. Jesus, everyone's like freaking low on health too. So yeah, this is like pretty much fetch questing, if you guys kind of tell. But you know, it's not too bad, I'd say. The thing about this mode is like, because this is on NG+++, the more you play this mode, the more materials you gather. Like, it becomes much easier every playthrough. I played through this mode 3 freaking times on this game. This is why I'm not looking forward to Danganronpa 2, because the mode in this one is way worse than DR2. It does look better than the other two, at least. But you know how like nostalgic people can do. Now, if people want to complain about art style, complain about Bravely Default 2. That art style looks really terrible. I could have sworn it was like clay figures in a like a cel shaded environment or something. But art styles are subjective. Oh no, Chihiro. Okay, I don't care about Weed Man. Screw Weed Man, but Chihiro, man. I didn't realize I made you overworked. Please. This is what happens if your teammate
I'm sorry.
overexhausts this, and they will not become available for free time events or even trigger happy havoc trips. That's why you got to plan yourself carefully. But I'm not covering Weedman or Chihiro today, so I'm only covering Sayaka, maybe Kyoko. So you can see that these two are down, so ain't too bad. So the place is a new world based off the story Nomura, which is called which was it called for Versus 13. He ended up getting kicked because it brought up the deaf, and China doesn't like deaf. So that story was changed into FF15. Got it.
Well,
I have a long way to go with Square stuff. Square is like that one company that never really interested me until very, very recently. So, oh boy, all these Final Fantasies, all these Kingdom Hearts. Screw Octopath Traveler. I'm not counting that as a Square game, even though they made it. It don't feel like a Square game to me. If anything, that game feels like the same developers who made oh, what was it called? It's not an indie company. They're like a second party group. Shoot, I can't remember right now. But the other companies though, you know when you play a game, you feel like that magic that is that said company's trademark. So like for example, when you play like Mario, it's like Nintendo magic, or even Zelda, Pikmin, etc., etc. You know, when I played Xenoblade Chronicles for the first time, I didn't feel Nintendo magic. I didn't even feel like Game Freak magic either. I felt it was more like a very unique thing, which cultivated to become Monolith Soft. Is a story. I see it, man. But do you guys know what I'm talking about, though? Like, F-Zero doesn't feel like Nintendo. But that's a Nintendo trademark franchise. F-Zero feels more like, if I were to be honest, the same company that made Wipeout. And I don't remember who made Wipeout. But Wipeout tends to be more released on Sony consoles. Okay, for this question, you ask her, do you know how to cook? That's the best response to this question you're gonna get from her. Freaking social links, they do matter, guys.
You see.
Either way, he was to do, or there's a way to do. Yeah, do you go to make do you to go make FF7 remake instead? He was told. Got it. A lot of people were predicting FF7 Part 2. I want to know because I didn't finish the game. So, it could have happened. It could have not. I don't really follow Square Enix that much, though. Shoot. I don't think I've only played one game from Enix before they merged. It was called Mischief Makers. And I'm not that familiar with Enix's work before the merge, and even after merge too. The thing you hear about Square Enix is Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts, the at this rate the Chrono series, which I find they're okay. Moms War Milk, we are freaking broken, guys. Dude, we made it for you. You made us go work for freaking capitalism. And you're not happy with us?
Hey, hey!
You ungrateful little bear. You know what? We should just throw him.
Indeed.
Yeah, we completed the assignment, so you should be grateful.
What are you gonna do?
And this is how you get trip tickets, guys. This is the only way to get trip tickets. And that's where things are gonna get freaking grindy from there on out. But because we're only gonna be focusing on Sayaka mainly, I want to focus on Kyoko. I'll focus on her as a
Isn't
side.
that wonderful?
Dude, you're giving me the best items when I'm freaking maxed out. Come on, bro.
See ya later!
So the one thing that will always be hyped for is KH and FF 14 or 16. 14 and 16. Always, man. Always. But it is what it is, though. I mean, some people like much prefer. Why are you making this calculator? Why not? I don't know. Psi or Sigma or Omega. Why gotta be pi, bro? Pi's not good. It's only 3.4 value. You just use it to measure circles and stuff. But regardless, though, the other stuff with like fans, I think the only ones that kind of annoy me the most is the Switch fanboys. Like, Nintendo fans don't annoy me, but Switch fanboys do. It's really funny because when Atlas posted something last night, they said there was a couple people saying poor Persona 5 on Switch. Like, are you freaking serious, man? Just buy a freaking PS4. Buy the vanilla version if you want. It's really freaking cheap. And PS4s, there are people getting rid of PS4s. Wait, so I need a binary converter? Why are we making this shenanigans? Monochroma Entertainment System? Well, that's an NES if I never heard that myself. And a wheel there. But yeah, these are not easy to make on your first playthrough. So there's that's why New Game Plus Plus becomes much easier with this. Heal everyone up. There we go. I forgot Weedman and Chihiro are down. This is why I don't play RTS games, guys. RTS games kind of stress me. Even if I'm playing Pikmin. Pikmin is like very stressful. Croft. Alright. Yeah, so we got the aseptics, the plants, data center, music room, computers. That, this, and this, yeah. It's true, but they can all. But PS4s are pretty cheap around these days, though. At least from what I'm seeing on OfferUp. The only problem is you have to pay those people Venmo or cash, which it's whatever at that point. But the thing is, though, I've seen PS4s go up to like only 100 to 120 with the with controllers and all the hookups. That's for like the regular ones. The PS Pros, that's a little different story. But they but still, you see these, but these are the same people who buy the day one hype games, though. So we're talking about day one Elder Ring, day one whatever the heck that game, I think it was Kirby and the Forgotten Land, at this on the same day. So it's like, what is your opportunity cost if you want everything to be ported to Switch? Or should you just cut down on day one hypes and stuff? I don't know. When I talk to certain Switch fanboys about this, they always give me the exact same answer. I don't want to miss out the hype. I want to get really big and popular. You know, that kind of stuff. Or, you know, the whole, and then there's a valid reason. Convenience and all that jazz. Dining hall. But yeah, I just don't get why people buy day one hype games. Especially the ones they complained about they don't know anything about the series. That's the one thing I never understood with people. I always forget which question. So the choice is, so she wants something to drink. Sweet. Awesome. Okay, I got credited for that. So that's the one thing I can't stand with Switch fanboys. But then again, yeah, people kind of complain about Chrono Cross Port already, so I don't know how it runs, so I haven't seen the video of it. But oh boy, that's gonna be a raging trend on Twitter for, I'm gonna say, about 1 more week or so. She had so much fun. Hails, yes. You know what? I just realized. Shin Megami Tensei 3. What was his name? Hikawa, the dude at the teleporter thingamabobber for the save point. He has the same VA as one of the characters from DR2. I just now realized that. And we were talking about VAs just last night too, so. Oh my god, dude, that's a huge stinker.
What?
Alright, he's saying that we have our day off on every 7 days. So we got 2 free time events. Jeez. Dude, covering school mode night last night was such a big trainer. But I'm happy I got it all done last night though. Alright, what do we have? Sayaka only has, let's see, Il'i, Samsa, 5.
Well?
He's your favorite human? Yeah, he has the same exact VA as one of the characters from DR1. Or DR2, sorry, DR2. I didn't realize that until when I watched your stream with him. When he was making that I can know everything, you know, kind of speech. It wasn't a rant, it was a speech. It was like, alright, yeah, that's definitely... I think his name is Chris. Something. The guy that voices Gundam Tanaka and Hikaru. Shoot, dude, I can't barely remember any of the SMT3's cast actually. Besides like Chiaki, Teacher, whoever that weird guy with the, I don't know what you can call it on his chest. The thing that's sticking out of his chest. I'm pretty sure I'm missing one more major character. I can't remember his name. But it is what it is though. SMT3 though was so much better for compared to 4 though. Not because it was harder or anything. It was just more balanced in terms of battles though. What you want? Do you know how to cook? Yep, she knows how to cook. So that's the major gist of it. I mean, SMT4, you do not have random counter battles, which is a huge plus for me. But the early game is just way too brutal. I even had to tone down the difficulty to filthy casual, whatever the casual mode is for that game. And it was bad luck got me, man. Bad luck got me in that freaking Minotaur fight. I had to go against him twice. And then right when you finish against like Medusa, when you're going down to Tokyo for the first time, the game becomes piss easy. So it's not a huge breaker. I just feel like it was a bit less balanced. But SMT4 though, it could be an okay beginner game. I mean, it was my beginner game to the end series, but it's like once you pass through that huge difficulty gap in the very beginning, it turns really easy because you get more EXP for fighting against easier enemies. So it's like, what? And I got the neutral ending for that game, which people told me was the hardest to get. So it's like the hardest ending among the 7 to 9 endings in that game. It's like whatever. Alright, so what does she want for this one? Want to drink? Do you know how to cook? Let's make some lunch somewhere. But yeah, it's like then I played SMT3. Besides the random encounters that annoy me, the game was, I feel like the demon negotiations were a bit easier in that game. Like I was recruiting demons much easier in the beginning game compared to SMT4. SMT4, I actually had to recruit demons, but I had to get really, really lucky with them. Whereas 3, it's like, alright, you still have luck, but you have more flexibility to work with. Because if you guys don't know, SMT4 works on like this augmentation system with burrows and all that jazz. And burrows does make demon negotiations easier, but in the beginning game, if you don't have those negotiation upgrades, you're kind of screwed.
This is it.
Yeah, I'm talking to Sayaka. We're gonna get something. We're gonna get a really good present from her.
Let's do it!
So at that point, you're going for the demon ending? I'm so surprised I got the chaos ending. And the chaos ending doesn't have a final boss, so it's like, what the F is this? Mom's warm milk. Secret book of poems. Okay, I think I can make that. You know, just for the thingamabobber. It just needs 5, right? So our fetching questing is gonna become much easier. What else do I need? Greeks? The statue? I can't even make that. That's fine. Wilder. Wilders are like in high demand, I think. But yeah, we're only gonna be doing 2 students. I don't want to do everyone else's because it's gonna take 3 more streams if I were to do everyone else's. I'm like, hell no. I'm done. The biggest dread I've had with Danganronpa, replaying Danganronpa and covering everything, 100% this mode. This mode is so freaking grindy. It's not bad, but it just requires a lot more playthroughs of it. Okay, why do you need a pi calculator to make a mop? Okay, that's a little weird because there's no circumference and all that jazz for that. Okay, everyone's tip-top shape. Look at Weed Man. They're both down until the next day. But yeah, other than that though, SMT games, I want to really play SMT 4A, but the game is so freaking expensive right now. I think it gone up about $20 since the pandemic started. But the game sold decently well, so I don't know why it's harder to, you know, besides like supply and demand and stuff, but there's more copies of that game compared to Strange Journey. And you can find Strange Journey the cheapest on the 3DS, next to 4. Strange Journey is a whole different topic. Let's see, on du trois, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so 6.5.
Well?
Alright, we need to hang out with her 5 more times. Because the half heart really... I'm pretty sure the half heart came from the music room. Which I was not expecting, by the way. So this guide on Steam has been so freaking reliable. So yeah, when we finish the school mode graduation, guys, I promise you, it's gonna be... You need to do this mode 3 times. If you're unlucky like me, 4 times. Want something to drink? Because like you had to do all the report cards, which we covered all of that last stream. 4 hours and 40 minutes, I think. Then, since you're only given like about 55 trip tickets, if you do everything correctly, and there are what, 15 cast members. So you do the maths, you divide that up. That's about 5 characters per run, assuming if you do efficiency correctly. So that counts as 4 playthroughs if you have not done the report card stuff. But if you do everything max efficiently with the guides and stuff, it's gonna be 3 playthroughs only. Besides, you gotta get your level ups anyways for your cleaning and gathering material stuff. So there's that. So I want to get... Oh shoot, we're gonna waste a day. That's okay. I'm not going for max efficiency anyway, so...
Isn't that wonderful?
That is actually really good.
See ya later!
So I'm gonna show you guys exactly what happens if you don't do your cleaning. So stinky!
Unbelievable.
It seriously smells rank in here.
You guys?
Okay, you guys, time for a little spring cleaning. it doesn't matter what you do. He will force you to clean. And if you're down, if all your character members are down, you wasted the entire day. And you also waste another day as well. So that's what happens if you don't keep up with your RTS stuff, guys. It's really stupid, I know. But it's consequences, man. See, look at that. See? Everyone was all red. And because I didn't keep up with my, what's it called? I didn't pay attention to the thingamabob. Everyone just, like, legitimately just wasted a whole day. But that's because I'm only showing you guys the, just about 1 or 2 characters for this graduation ending. It doesn't really matter as much. So, what my plans are for today, I'm really hoping that this stream will be short, and then later on I'll go back on tonight and stream Kirby's Dream Land 2. Because I think after today's stream, depending on how fast they get me back on the volunteering stuff, hopefully I can start on Thursday. Thursday is my preferred day because I don't want to go in on Friday on the as first day, because it's gonna require much more time for wait lines. Today, if I can pull that extra stream, then I will give you guys 2 streams for today, because I won't be available until the following week. So besides, SakuraCon's gonna take up a lot of energy too, so yeah, it's once in the dream. See, I can't remember these questions, but I can remember the report card questions, so it's like, it's very questionable. What up, Basic? How's it going, man? Kirby's Dream Land 2, I looked at the full playthrough of that game, 100% completion. People have reported it's only 2 hours, so the main reason why I have to separate streams is because unlike Twitch, there is no automatic chapter tool when you switch games. Because once you put in your game, you're stuck with that game for that said VOD.
Hey,
So it is a little cost down, but I'm willing to do it because it helps me organize the channel better. And Kirby's Dream Land 2 doesn't get that much popularity anyways, like this game. Dude, yesterday's stream got a lot of viewers. I was really surprised. So it's like, I was just really shocked. Because if you look at that VOD, it was like around 80. I'm doing well, man. I finished my meeting with...
Isn't that wonderful?
I finished my meeting with the convention organization.
See ya later!
Holy damn, dude, they are pretty unorganized. Well, I can't talk anymore about that after this. But, you know, I'm glad to be volunteering, though. I mean, it gets me out of the house, and it helps me get to meet more people. So, if you know, for whatever reason, I need more connections in the future, especially with healthcare, hells yes, I'm gonna go volunteer and not sit my fat butt on stream. As much as I love you guys and love streaming, future takes higher priority for me, especially with the healthcare stuff. Let's see, high-tech mop. What is the circumference of a circle, guys? 3.14. 4. You know, it goes on like with that approximate value. Let's see. Because like, the only maths I don't like is algebra and calculus. But statistics is actually really fun. It's good to hear, bro. Good to hear. Jesus, dude, he legitimately resetted everything. Yeah, you're almost done with SMD3. I hope you're ready for endgame, though. Dude, those endgame dungeons are freaking rough. Ooh, man, I had to go use a guide for that dungeon. Because I'm sure, because if you didn't like the Sisters puzzles, you're really not going to like the endgame's puzzles. I will say that much. I won't spoil what it is, though. Yeah, as much as I love Danganronpa game, 1, guys, I'm not a big fan of the school mode. Once we tackle DR2, I had to do 3 I have to do probably 3 or 4 playthroughs of it. Basic knows what I'm talking about, because he's finished SMT3. But the demon negotiations are surprisingly pretty easy. Shadows of Valentia in your own time. How's it going for that game so far? Dude, I hear people begging Nintendo about porting Awakening. Oh no, you don't need to do the sisters again. They're dead. But if you hated the sisters puzzles, you're gonna hate the endgame puzzles. Dude, the sisters puzzles was the one that made me drop the game for a while. And then the endgame puzzle gave me a headache. And I fell asleep. Not because it was boring, but because my head was hurting. But the fights themselves are not that bad. I was really surprised I was under leveled by 10 levels though, so take it as you will, guys. Alright, I'll let you go. So, who do you guys want me to pick for the girl after Sayaka? She'll go Kyoko. I don't want to do a guy for this thing. It's very something else. Do you know how to cook? According to the guide, it says, do you know how to cook? Yes. Yep, it's gonna give you flashbacks again. Despite Celica having some really annoying maps. Yeah, but the thing about Celica's unit, they are so much better than Alm's unit. Alm has a lot more guys on his unit, but Celica's unit members are so freaking broken. It's crazy. You want me to do Asahina? Alright, let's do Asahina. I'm thinking about doing Kyoko as well. Only because Gina loves Kyoko. And we could stop this waifu war stuff. Ding dong, ding dong. But yeah, like, Alm, I do like Alm as a character. Just, his unit isn't as good.
Isn't that what? See?
Dude, he's gonna make cleaning mace rolls so much easier. Like, legitimately though, I'm almost maxed out of cleaning mace rolls. Long mops raises cleaning efficiency. So you've been under level for a while until recently. Got it, man. I've been really under level SMT 3 for the longest time. It's not on purpose either. Let's make Byakuya the cleaning boy. And you know, these cheat sheets I've already maxed out, so. Mom's warm milk. I love Mom, guys. Mom's cool. Mona Lisa needs a Greek statue. I don't have another Alenium can. Pie calculator needs whistle and dust cloth. That's fine. So there's that gist of it. I mean, so we'll do Kyoko and then Asahina then. So in your experience, Alm, Celica, Saber. Saber's an interesting character. I don't really slot him in though. The Gray and the Gray carries. Gray is actually a surprisingly good character. When you look at him, you don't think he's a good character, but he's pretty decent actually. But you've been doing all your power to get everyone equal levels. You know what's funny? I never used a healer in that game. I used a teleporter, but the support team, they just use teleport. Because dear lord, there was like this one section of Alm's map where you have to like teleport across the broken bridge. It was abysmal to do. But I love Shadows of Valentia. It's such a good game, guys. Not a good starter game though. If you want to start into Fire Level, get into the GBA games, the Awakening. As much as I hate Awakening. Yeah, Silk. Silk has a good, she has a good teleporting spell. That's the only time I ever use her, actually. Let's see. Do you know how to cook? But
You see,
what else was there? The swimmer girl? Yeah, dude, that's the girl I was talking about with Asahina. Cassandra Lee Moore's voiced her in the games. Freaking hope I can meet her in convention this week. That's the schools this week, guys. I'm gonna meet her, but I'm trying to work around my schedule around her, because I only need to go one day to meet her. And the higher ups are saying that staff gets higher priority over autographs, but I don't know if that's true though. So we'll see. Asahina is such a sweet girl too. No pun intended, because she loves donuts, but she's a very sweet bimbo. I know, it's a very weird word to say, but it's true though. What does this look like? Entertainment system?
Hey,
You call that an entertainment system? Dude, that looks like a...
what's this?
It looks like one of those car bobbleheads. Wow, dude. My life is a travesty. Oh, so you've been using Silk quite a bit because of hard mode. It makes sense. Wow, Monokuma's so salty, dude. Dude, this thing really does remind me of baseball bobblehead that you would put in the car. The MES. Oh, I might actually timestamp these ones. I haven't decided.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah, give us more tickets. What else is there? Awakening is a good game to start. As much as I despise that game, I won't ignore it's a good starter game. Fates might be a good one too if you go to Birthright. Cooking Mama Kuma. Okay, so it needs 10 gas burners. It makes sense. But yeah, like strategic games though, I'm not a huge fan of like strategy, tactical RPGs, but Fire Emblem's actually pretty fun. It's very simplistic. Probably the most simplistic SRPGs I've played in a while. Mama's More Milk. Do I have a... Mona Lisa needs a creep statue. I got you. So you're not doing the classic as this. This is far more... This is the most difficult FE. Oh, it is? Really? I don't have enough whistles. Of course I don't. Wait. Do I need any more? I don't need any more leading mechanics. Good. So, do you guys ever want to talk about, like, getting into a certain JRPG series? I got you guys' back. Especially with Xenoblade Chronicles, especially. Because that's the one topic I'm most expertise at. And a lot of people don't understand how to play Xenoblade Chronicles. It kind of baffles me, if I were to be honest. Especially since these guys are... They've played more complicated RPGs like Disgaea and... what else is there? Tales could get a little bit complicated on the classic side. Starting with Caesarea.
Now then.
Well, I don't know what's with me. I love learning games. Like, something about it, like, the more complicated it is, the more fun I have with it. And... we're breaking up. I want to creep psych. Alright, we're back live.
Well?
Alright, so she needs one more day. But yeah, like, I feel like with Fire Emblem though, it has a pretty divided community among the group in a interesting way. I'll put it that way. They're very colorful. Dining hall. So, also another great RPG series you guys can get into if you're into like Persona and turn-based action RPGs. Golden Sun might be really good if you're willing to put up basic stuff, because it's a very basic RPG game. Let's see. Let's go eat somewhere. Yeah, let's make lunch and go somewhere else. Yeah, aside from which one? Like, they're like, for FE fans are not as bad as Undertale fans. Undertale fans are very... It's like Angel to Devil. But FE fans, it's like you have a more broader range, but it really comes down to like which group you're talking to. But Golden Sun, I really would love to replay that game for you guys. I never finished it on stream, but I finished it at least 3 times on my own time when growing up.
Hey,
Now the Lost Age, the sequel to that game? Hell no, it's way too long. Oh, excuse me. Oh my god. So speaking of which, do I have enough time to cover B3 before Xenoblade Chronicles 3 comes out? Okay, we're in April right now. Mid-April to be exact.
Yes, indeed.
Then DR2 is gonna take about
Now then.
a month and a half or so. Because I don't know how to plan those streams.
Damn it.
Oh shoot, I forgot to clean. Yeah, okay, so aside from Smash, you got to do the gacha game. So your friends force you to play it and give it a go. And you got some curious with some of the... Oh, you're talking about Fire Emblem... What game was it? Fire Emblem Heroes, right? I think that's the game you're talking about. The best pull I got from that game was Ike, and I got Ike, Roy, and Lucina. I'm not a huge Fire Emblem fan, but I definitely do enjoy some of the casual stuff about it.
Isn't that wonderful?
I just can't believe anyone would call Fates garbage for the gameplay.
See ya later.
I'm like, are you serious? The gameplay for Birthright and Conquest is actually really good. So, alright, it was Heroes. Got it. Mom's milk. Man, you gotta reset me to cleaning duty. This is what's gonna kill me in DR2. So yeah, like the other stuff with Fire Emblem though. We can always make it a meme about like, oh, but there's just a bunch of sword characters. And you know, they ain't wrong about that. Music room, gym. Okay. This is good. Alright, how would I rank the DR1 girls? Y'all know me, Sayaka's definitely 100% number one. 100% number one Sayaka. Actually, the game shows you my ranking for the top 3, actually. Yeah, top 3. That would be my top 3, for sure. Sayaka, Kyoko, Asahina, top 3. Junko would easily be number 2 if she had a good personality. But she's a complete nut job, so that brings her down to 4th place. I would definitely kill Toko. She annoys me. I do like Mukuro, but we don't get to know Mukuro as much in this game compared to DR3.
Now then.
Then you have, who am I missing? I feel like I'm missing one girl. Oh, Sakura. The Sakura would definitely be on the bottom. She's not my type. Celestia, dead last.
Well?
Alright, so Sayaka's all done with this, trigger treats. Alright, let's go talk to Kyoko. Only because Tina loves her. And I'm doing it for her. Alright, for Kyoko's preference hideout, you want to take her to the dining hall. What's with all these girls going to dining hall? Alright, and I'm surprised we didn't get a negation event. These are like really rare too. In other news, Serena now returned to the Pokemon anime in Japan. That's like the new girl, right? From, what was it, Gen 6? 7? Do you know how to cook, Kyoko? Is that the reference? Yeah.
Why? In other words...
Are you asking me to bake something? Hells yes. I think I know who that is. I saw like promotional artwork about her when they were talking about the new, when they were bringing back the whole classic Pokemon anime song from the first season, and they like remade it to more like rockish or so. I think that's the season she's in, right? Or the generation she's in. I don't remember. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I have not watched the Pokemon anime in so long.
Thank you.
I watch clips every now and then for the older season, but that's only to mean for a friend who works at the Pokemon company. So I'm way behind on news, guys. Shut up, Monokuma. Oh wait, she did kiss Ash. Wow, Ash actually got a
Hell yeah.
got a girl to kiss him. took them 6 generations, guys. Oh, X and Y. So that is that's Gen 6, I think, right? I am so behind in Pokemon, guys. I'm Poke challenge, guys. So the last one that Basic has watched was X and Y as well. Then it must be good then. Then I should consider watching it if I have the time. Wow, people are down? Not anymore. Oh no, that's a lot of people. Restore HP. So yeah, like, the last time I watched Pokemon was the first season, Diamond and Pearl, which was that weird, terrible opening song. The opening was okay for like the animations, but the song was terrible in season 1 of DP. I don't care what anyone says, that song was terrible. But oh no, oh really? So it's not VS then. I'll check it out then. She's gotta be. Of course, we could always meme about Ash being 10 years old. The dude's forever 10. I wonder why. People come up with like these conspiracy theories about like Ash. Ever since the day that he got, you know, bombarded with the Spearows on his first day journey, he's been in like a coma or something because of the lightning. I don't know. That's just a speculation. I think they're just doing it to keep it marketing purposes. I could go for something sweet.
Indeed.
The DP's opening song for the first one for DP is
Correct.
Terrible. I'm sure they improved it on the season 2 and 3 for that series, but guys, don't listen to the DP opening 1 anime for that one, or English anyways. It's really bad.
In other words,
Like, how do you go from Generation 3's opening songs that are so freaking good to Diamond and Pearl's opening scene 1? Opening song 1 is just... It's unbelievable, bro. It's unbelievable.
So
Season 2, the Johto series is... Songs are good too, but
Shall we
Generation
go?
3 songs are so much better. So they did improve on the Diamond and Pearl's opening songs. Okay, that's at least improvement. So Serena has gone through a lot of character development. I gotta watch it then. It's gonna require a lot of binge watching, but I'll watch in JP. Like, oh, Freckles, I forgot he's alive. But yeah, like,
Isn't that wonderful?
Dragon Ball.
See ya later!
Referencing Dragon Ball again with a freaking drug, bro. So X and Y was a good series. Ash, Serena, so many character developments had development. I should check it out then. Black and White didn't interest me. It just felt like I watched maybe 3 episodes of it, and it's just kind of bland. Then that was it, honestly. Because the last series I watched through was, of course, Diamond and Pearl. For the season 1, anyways. And to this very day, I just support the spin-off games. Okay, everyone's full. Good. Boom! But honestly, though, how far can Pokemon go, honestly? Because you know the whole meme about, like, the Pokemon companies running out of ideas? I don't think they're running out of ideas, technically. I think they're having a difficult time going innovation, if that makes any sense.
Now then.
I think that's what it is. If you want to know who's running out of ideas, it's definitely Nintendo's sub-franchise category. So this is like F-Zero, Star Fox.
Well?
Not Metroid. Metroid's considered as number 1, first party now. Or not first party, first branch now. So the new Pokemon was great. Arceus, right? That's the latest one that came out, right? And then they revealed Gen 9 or something. And the next one's gonna be exciting. I'll watch you play it. These days, I'm done with mainline Pokemon games. I'll support spin-offs. I love spin-offs. Doesn't matter which generation it's from, or if I don't know the Pokemon as much. I love spin-offs from Pokemon series. Like, I told my friend about this, and he told me to buy Gen 8, but I was not interested at the time. And ever since, we haven't never talked to each other again.
Why?
I think he just wanted me to,
In
you
other
know,
words.
become his little trading buddy.
Hey,
But it is what it is, though. So, wow, you took the words right out of my mouth, Eddie Hatchler. But these days, though, I am like really, like, I cut off buying games for quite a while. Because the last game I bought was Yakuza 6. I don't regret that. I've already seen you do it. I'll watch you again for Gen 9.
thank you.
I just gotta find a way around my schedule too, because I really don't want to be working on weekends anymore. Especially since jobs are so demanding right now. I hope this is my last retail job. I promise you guys. I don't want to work in retail anymore, but I got no choice for this one. Alright, do we want to clean today? Do I want to clean today? I'll use a mama's milk. Yeah, we'll have to clean today. There's no way I can get around this. Alright, so everyone who's like level 9, go fetch for cleaning. Everyone who's below level 9, you guys are staying behind and clean. Yeah, that should be fine. Oh, what else is there? What other series is like we're talking about in today's stream? Like, I'm like really black. I'm like spurging out like random ideas, but then they keep getting blocked for whatever reason. Cause like I got on stream right after my volunteer meeting. I just got off my volunteer meeting an hour ago, so keeping track of policies, making sure no one stinks up the place, and of course enforce max safety as well. Oh boy.
Well?
So there's that. I'm gonna see if I can get the main channel's vlog for that convention. I don't think I'm gonna have enough time to cover everything though, because they're requiring me to do 16 hours, and over the course of like what 3 to 4 days. That's why I'm trying to fill in for Thursday, so I could get 4 hours a little bit extra on Friday and Saturday. Oh boy, dining hall. But yeah, honestly though, other series that I wanted to try was, I remember there was someone on Twitter who posted something about like a sports game. There's gonna be another Persona month this month. I might have to miss it though. We'll see what they pull out. I'll just have to end up watching the VOD of it. See, would you like some coffee, girl?
Indeed.
Dude, going over these timestamps for this stream is also going to be a freaking nightmare. Or I could just say, screw it, I'm not going to do Kyoko's and Asahina's thingamabobber, so there's that. I wonder what they're going to announce, though. Watch it be Persona 5 Royal anime.
Thank you.
I mean, they've done it for Golden, and the Golden anime is not the best. It was okay. Then... No, actually, that's the only thing they've done, because they've never done an FES anime. So that's... was a probability.
How are you?
I am very good. Give me your $10 million, please. Freaking snake. 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 Alright, I'm done. I'm done with Metal Gear Solid references for today's stream. Alright. But yeah, other than that though, you guys should know, I'm a busy person. I don't do all this shenanigans. If they do a FES update, they really have to update the AI system. The AI system for battle mode, especially for Yugari, the healer, is so awful. Like, people will just say, oh, but you should use tactics, you moron. Dude, Yukari's AI is so stupid. So, and she's your best healer in the game, surprisingly, so.
Now then.
That's like the main concern I have with P3. Of course, you can always download the Play Control mod, which is the best thing anyways. That's why a lot of people... That's why I got a lot of complaints when I did P3 FPS, actually.
Well?
I don't mind if they do portable, actually. I much prefer the portable version. Like, visuals are nice and all, but there's only, like, what, 30 minutes worth of cutscenes? So, give or take, it is what it is. And the whole walking around thing, it doesn't really matter to me as much. Like, it matters to some people, but to me, I don't know why. It just doesn't matter as much. It's not like a make it or break it kind of thing, like most people really dramatically do. I'm sure Basic knows what I'm talking about with the FPS fanboys. Alright, Downy Hall. But we'll see. I mean, they could do like portable, like FPS graphics with portable gameplay. That would be so much better. And then they put like FPS as the answer is a DLC. I could definitely see them do the answer is DLC. That sounds like Atlas's marketing strategy. Would you like some coffee? See, I don't know these questions, man.
Indeed.
So, you guys can feel free to disagree with me, because I know a lot of people will strongly disagree with me. Yeah, dude, just emulate it. Emulating is the best way to play that game. Just make sure if you're gonna emulate it, download Play Control mod. If any Persona 3 elitists tell you not to play that game without a mod, just ban them, because they are some of the most idiotic people I've ever dealt with on the internet. I think even one person sent me a 12-page essay about why my taste in Persona 4 is completely wrong to his enthusiasm love of Persona 3, and why the gameplay is so perfect of Persona 3. So I banned him. I banned him like right off the bat, and he sent me the entire essay on Twitter. And you guys know, I'm a pretty reasonable person if you give me a why, even if I don't agree with it. But he went over the line. Cookie Monokuma. When you're doing an emulation search, I won't give you the entire name, but it starts with a V. It starts with VI, and you'll know which website it comes up to. Because if I give you the emulation name, I might get in trouble.
Hey, come on now.
That's a Cookie Mon. That is not a Cookie Monokuma.
True.
Dude, that looks like freaking liquor, bro.
Of course.
It looks nice. What?
What are you gonna do?
I'll take the tickets. I am so confused with Monokuma's standards. He is so picky, man. It's like HR picking the best candidate that's most talented, but they want to pay him like $1.25 per hour or something. Come on, man. Yeah, it should be pretty easy to find. Everyone who I talked about emulation, they hate it because of the they don't know a good website to do it, to look it for though. I gave you the best website, by the way. Just spelling it out. Momokuma. Yeah, that's a tongue twister. Alright, we need 10 of these. Deca. And 20 paints. Jesus, that's a lot of paint, bro. What do you paint? And I can't tell you the amount or like actually as a matter of fact. Have I ever told you guys how I finished Persona 3 actually? So it was before the finale. I did not want to grind at Tartarus at all. I was done with the game. So what I did was I sent my friend my save file for Persona 3 FPS's emulation file. I sent it to him and he grinded for me for the entire time. He told me it took him 2 hours of his life, but he didn't mind because he really likes games with grindiness. And he did it for me, all for free. He just says, bro, next time if you send me a game file, make sure it's a more grindy game. So he sent the file back, and I finished the game around level 80 or so. It was very kind of him too. Because you guys don't know, I hate grinding. Grinding is okay to a certain extent.
Now then.
But Jesus, dude, 2 hours of grinding? I can't imagine doing that off stream. Bum bum bum. It'll eat some 4.5. Okay.
Well?
What you gonna do when they come for you? No, you're good. I just can't say the entire name. I can only give you hints. But you're good, man. I can't provide you guys the link, so... Because I asked my friend about what's a good website to download 3DS games. But he couldn't give me the exact address. And it's pretty hard to find 3DS emulators. So good, man. Besides, the government doesn't care if you download emulation. Only Nintendo does. And Sony to a certain extent. But Microsoft doesn't give a F. As long as it's not a modern game that's like being sold right now, like Switch, whatever Xbox's system right now is, and PS5's, and PS4 to a certain extent, that should be no problem. If it's like older consoles out of those three. Do you know how to cook?
Why?
Because I want to eat. I want to eat you.
In other words.
Ha ha ha.
Hey.
Kyoko has silver hair. What's a food that has silver texture? I can't think of anything besides rice with a lot of vinegar. It could pass the silver, guys.
So...
The silver coating is pretty dangerous when you incorporate it with like other stuff outside of food. But in my personal opinion, though, if you're going to go for retro games, I think emulation is the best way to go. Who the hell is going to pay $500 for a completed boxing cube before? Or how about a classic?
Thank you.
Another letter? Let me see. VIM. That should be good enough. Jesus, this place is gonna stink up garbage, bro.
Yes, indeed.
Even Monokuma agrees with me. But yeah, like honestly though, who the hell is gonna pay that much price in retro games? Because like, the thing is though, why the hell would you pay so much money for GameCube games? I get it, GameCube is a good system, but the opportunity cost for a used GameCube game for that much money, that's at that point, people are treating it like stocks. And not in a good way. Let's see. Okay, dining hall. See, I should get used to this by now. Like, I remember there was a person. Oh, here it is. This is the event I needed to talk about. We didn't get this with Sayaka, unfortunately. So, rare occurrences, you'll get a trigger happy event. You can shoot through you can use any truth bullet at any statement. But the one that you really want to choose for Kyoko is negation. When she says, there's nothing I can do. But don't worry guys, you have unlimited time for this. You just want to choose the correct statement to shoot at. Otherwise, you wasted a lot of day. Dude, okay, so if Nintendo is really gonna keep getting wet over emulation, then improve the freaking online system with Nintendo 64 games. It is legal, yes. As long as you don't sell it or provide affiliation links, you should be okay. Besides, who the hell shares emulation games? No one that I know who's dumb enough to do it. No, that's wrong. It is wrong. Like, the only people who cry that says this is not illegal is the retro elitists. I left the retro community years ago, and Some of them are really cool. I like them.
In other words,
But the retro elitists that have a strong hatred for emulation games, they just want to sell their games at a higher price.
I
So,
wouldn't have expected such arrogance from you.
wow, did I make you mad? Oh, okay, she's happy.
Anyway,
Why does Tina love her so much? Like, yeah, it's extra mode, yes. This is a what-if scenario, my friend. Like, the only reason why I have to cover this is because I need to cover the Trigger Happy Havoc events, as well with the trip ticket events, along with the true graduation ending for, you know, school mode. This is not going to be a fun mode to do in VR2 and V3. I'm going to go insane when I have to cover those games. You can tell how much I love this, how much I love school mode. Yeah, but so yeah,
Now then.
I'm just letting you guys right now. The reason why those Trigger Happy Havoc events occur are so rare is because they give you a lot of heart. They give you at least a whole heart, guaranteed.
Well,
I was just real surprised we didn't get Sayaka's Trigger Happy Havoc event though. Wait, back to the whole emulation thing. Retro elitists hate emulation because it brings their games down in value. And it makes sense in a certain extent, but you shouldn't really hate emulation because of that reason. Because if anything, emulation has saved a lot of preservation throughout the years. She wants to go dining hall. And without games that are preservated for the future, how the heck are newcomers and new generations are going to experience these classic games, right? Easy. Dump it. You're good, man. You good? Welcome back. Welcome back. Would you like some coffee? That always works with the girls. I wonder why.
indeed.
But retro elitists,
Hey.
they just care about mostly the value. That's why they hate emulation. And you know the whole argument about saying, oh, but emulation doesn't have the correct inputs and accurate hardware
It's
and
true.
stuff. That was true earlier
That's fine.
years, but now it's like I'm finding it to be the almost exact same thing. Like, I know some people are against it, but like, it's like a mind, it's like a mind preference kind of thing. You know when it's really similar to like where you go to a retail store, right? And you see the price of an item. Let's say, for example, you go to Walmart, you buy a Switch game. Sorry, Basic, this is
Thank you.
the States kind of thing. You see the Nintendo Switch game price at Walmart as $49.99 plus sales tax, right? Whereas like you go to a mom and pop shop, they'll price it at $50.
is a school.
It's kind of like that preference where you have like the official big brand of stores that have the stronger return policy as the physical hardware, right? And the mom and pop shop is more like emulation kind of thing because they're emulating a business model with the chain. So such as like Walmart stuff, but they do it in like a different way with integrity. So what are people going to go for? They're going to obviously go for the Walmart and Targets and stuff because return protections and returns are much stronger than mom and pops because mom and pops will only give you credits. So this relates to emulation versus physical hardware because it's a it's like a mind preference kind of thing. Don't ask me why. I think people are pretty stupid when it comes to purchasing games because they don't always account for after sales tax. I'm just saying. But enough of that rant though. The main gist of it is emulations are very helpful, as Basic says in chat. And if you don't like emulation, that's fine. But you can't say emulation is garbage because it helps. I mean, shoot, think about all the Game Boy Advance games I played throughout the years. Because I couldn't afford a cartridge of a certain Fire Emblem game. Basic, to be exact. Fire Emblem, the original Fire Emblem. That was really expensive at the time. So, The whole argument with like physical hardware versus emulation, though, it really comes down to preferences if it's an older emulation software.
Now then.
It's only true right now for PS3 emulation, because PS3 emulation is still in its infancy. It's crazy. I would love to play Metal Gear Solid 4 on emulation, but that game is so freaking huge.
Well?
And my computer cannot handle it. It can handle GameCube and Wii games, but PS3 games? Hell no. But those are just my opinions. I mean, I've analyzed a lot of stuff, search engine optimization, banks algorithms for credit card applications, how to ace them and all that jazz. I know what I'm talking about, but I don't know everything. Because if you ask me anything about NES games, I'm not gonna know them as much, because that's a console I never even held a console controller of that system. Dining hall. Does Kyoko need 3 more days? Or is she good after 2 more events? So yeah, that's the main gist of it. That's why I try to avoid those topics on Twitter. Because, oh man. Your friend talks about emulation all the time, or physical hardware? Would you like some coffee?
Indeed.
Indeed.
Hey.
I love Indeed. But
It's true.
it's just, it really comes down to strong preferences. If you
That's
have a
fine.
lot of space. Path to Radiance, yes. It's way too. Path to Radiance is too expensive. You're not, guys, you're not paying over $200 for that game. Before, when I bought it used, it was $75. Yeah, the PS3 one, the PS3 emulation's always in development. And that game that system is in danger of preservation right now. Because PS3s are dying right now. Dude, Path to Radiance is a good game, but F that price. Because I bought it like, what, 3 years ago? No, 4 years ago. On GameCube. And it's jumped up to like past 200 right now, guys. F that.
Damn it!
Sorry, Monokuma. We had to make it stink. The way you love it. But yeah, like, oh, honestly though, it just comes down to self-preferences. Because if you guys don't know, I play majority of the time. I just play my games on Steam now, and emulation. Because like I much prefer handhelds. I'm more of a handheld guy myself. Ever since I was a weeby lad, man. When I was younger, I took public transit quite often. I didn't have that much time to sit down on my fat butt on my bed playing console games. So there's nothing wrong with that, but it was just something that I didn't have time for. But now that I have time to do, slightly more time to do PC stuff, I play Steam now. As for consoles, they take up too much space, and you guys don't know? I don't have that much space in my room. Like shoot, my PS4 right now, it's like up there. It's taking up at least half the desk space on my computer stand. It's pretty crazy. And if I had the box for it, I would have put it in my closet, but shoot, even my closet's full. You know, that kind of thing. That's also another reason why I stopped collecting games physically. Because of spacing. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't like my stuff collecting dust. I really don't. Like, when I used to had over, what, 400 games? They were collecting a lot of dust, and I couldn't stand it. And besides, y'all know how about the physical limitations and in dangers like disc rotting. Game Boy games need battery changes, all that jazz.
Now then.
which is an easy problem to fix for the Game Boy one. But I'm just really lazy. Oh, and handhelds, batteries, lithium batteries are gonna die out. Exhaustion of charging.
Well,
You know, I think about all those things like all the time, and I know I hate to say it, guys. Electronics, as much as we love them, they're not gonna last forever though. Cartridges, maybe, but discs, definitely not. Consoles, most definitely not. You know, you guys get the gist of the idea. Dining hall. So she needs 2 more vents. Alright, but other than that though, I would love to see PS3 emulation when it's completed. So I can finally have a way to play Metal Gear Solid 4 again. And that's like the one game that I really love in the Metal Gear series. Should like, we'll go for something sweet.
Indeed.
You know, why am I having fun?
Correct.
This guide a little bit hard to read. It's a little, it's actually not poorly organized. It's actually decent.
In other words,
I just wish they numbered it instead of using bullet points. That's probably my small complaint, but it's not that bad.
so...
But yeah, other than that, guys, my Switch, it's inside this retail box for quite some
Shall we
time.
go?
I haven't touched my Switch since the Danganronpa streams. You've always seen a pinky issue of digital. Yeah, that's also another problem too. Like the thing is though, the physical hardware is the major problem. So if your physical hardware dies out, then you have lost accessibility of your console games. But with your physical games, there is some leeway to it, but depends which system though.
isn't that wonderful?
I know for PlayStation 4 and Vita, you have to have a good hard drive / memory card.
See ya later.
If those die out, you lose all your save progress, unless you back it up on the PlayStation Plus, I think. I wouldn't know. I've only used that maybe twice. The PlayStation Plus support for the TV and Vita to transfer save files. But since I got rid of my PlayStation TV, I never need to use that subscription service ever again. At least for a while. Oh boy. Alright, Kyoko. This is my last time hanging out with you, girl. And then we'll spread it out. Alright, so let's go to the dining hall once more. This should be the last time we need to hang out with Kyoko. And then I'll keep my promise and do Asahina next. Do the banana splits. Do you know how to cook? Yeah, finally I started to remember
Why?
this.
In other words, hey,
So yeah, like honestly though, digital gaming does have its problems, but it's way more convenient these days.
so...
Like flexing physical stuff is nice and all, but what gratitude are you gonna get, especially on posting social media stuff? That's what I used to question myself after my last post of my flexing. So now my Twitter just serves as like a archive whenever I post my physical stuff,
Thank you.
regardless if I still have it or if I sold it. Just gotta prove people I played the game. And wham! That's all to it. Monokoba. So yeah, that's like pretty much the gist of it. Like all my 3D, like every game I've had in my collection for Vita, 3DS, I think GameCube, or is on my Twitter feed, but you had to look really, really deep.
Isn't that wonderful?
It ain't that wonderful.
See,
You had to dig really deep into my archives to find them. Which shouldn't be that bad. Mom's milk, pails, yes. Ah, they sent me the schedule already. God damn it. Let me work on Thursday. Can only really emulate some older games. Kingdom Hearts before, but it lags really bad. Hey, man. Because PS2 emulation is a little... It's not complicated, but you need to have the right files to get it start running right. I remember the biofiles being one of the more tricky ones to find on internet.
Now then.
I could probably emulate KH1. Maybe. I think the only time I had a game that lagged really bad on stream was Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. I don't remember if I streamed Spyro on PC. What did I think about? I actually don't remember. But all the other games like Tails, which I was really surprised that ran pretty good on PC while streaming. Because I got this computer like almost 4 years ago, guys. But you only do P3 if they don't release it. I feel what you mean, because like the KOL stuff will definitely help you on the brand releases if they choose to do it. Dining Hall, alright. But yeah, these days though, you guys want to know how many games I have? 6 Vita games, 5 3DS games, 3 Switch games, which it's gonna turn 4 in September, and 1 PS4 game. That's all the games I have. Physically. Need to emulate KH1 since they released a full collection of games. The thing is though, the collection it has value, but the I would have to take a risk if I could really replay those games. That's the thing I don't like about physical games. Or sorry, digital games, but they do have it physically. I do know that. Go for something sweet.
Indeed.
Like, I remember there was this one game that I got peer pressure to buy.
Correct.
It was actually Bravely Default 2, actually. So this was recently. I hated it. Played 40 minutes of it. Normally I give RPG 4 hours into it. I hated Bravely Default 2. So I tried to sell it, and it took me 5 months to sell that game, and I had to keep pricing it down too.
In other words.
So you know what I mean, though, by taking risk and such. And the collection of the games are pretty cheap, so it would really depend if I could replay it or not, though.
So
Kyoko.
shall we go?
Because the thing about me is, like, I really only keep games if I know for sure I'm gonna replay them. If I don't replay them, I just sell them. Hence my small library.
This is a school.
And I know for sure people are gonna call me out for Steam. Oh, especially since it includes the Final Mix exclusive content. That is a lot.
Indeed.
How much does the collection go for use these days? Like what, $25?
What are you gonna do?
I probably could find an offer up for like $25 or so. I just gotta make sure the seller takes, you know, credit cards and
How are
stuff.
you?
I'm okay. How are you, Celestia? We gotta do child labor. How many times have I made Monokuma mad? But yeah, a lot of games are definitely worth emulating, especially GameCube these days. Jeez, it's freaking windy today. Holy freckles, man. People say it rains a lot here. I don't believe that anymore. Maybe 10 years ago. Alright, we have a day off, guys. Hails, yes. Alright. I'm done with Kyoko, right? They split it up on Epic Games on PC. Oh, I did finish Kyoko. Why did I waste the time with her? Okay. Okay, Monokuma. I wish everything was ported to Steam, though. That's the, So more than the PS4. Got it. I wonder why they don't put it on Steam instead of Epic, though. I was wondering why did they do that for, Like, I get it, Epic is supposed to be Steam's, competitor. But I feel like more people use Steam compared to Epic. You know, I really wanted to try out the Sonic Colors Remastered or whatever it was called, but they only have it on Steam and Switch, and I was not going to be switching to platforms. So, you know, that kind of thing. Asahina, you prefer to go to school store. It's a pretty odd location, by the way. Oh, right. Okay, I hope we get. I really hope we get their Trigger Happy events here, because there's one I really want to show you guys with Information. Yeah, because of idiocy. Dude, they could have made way more money on Steam. Like, Steam is the targeted PC crowd for most cases. They have candies and sweets.
Yeah.
Ales, yes. You know, companies, man, they don't make the smartest move. Game companies all use American Express's marketing plan, but they make it worse somehow. I don't know what it is, but they made it worse. So if you guys do not know what American Express's marketing strategy is, it's usually to make consumers to weed out consumers who pay the bare minimum. So for example, if you're on the Nintendo Switch online service, they're really trying to get you into the expansion pass because it gets rid of, you know, DLC encryptions and all that jazz. So it's like you're buying a subscription fee instead of DLC storage capacity. So it's like a rental service in a way. So Nintendo has incorporated MX's marketing strategy, and if you pay like the bare minimum, so like monthly for the Nintendo Switch Online for 1 month, which I think is like what, $4.99 plus sales tax. Yes, I know for sure it's sales tax, by the way. So for me, for my example, I would be paying $6 because my area charge is 10.4%. You know, that kind of thing. So I can almost guarantee you guys they're gonna get rid of the month 1 at least for the subscription fees. I don't know if Sony is doing this because they recently ramped up their subscription services. That was probably it's probably exclusive deal for Epic then. That would make sense then. But you know, American Express is the one that came up with this marketing strategy because they want more consumers to spend more money. That's why they have that prestigious name to them. And you guys should know like the whole myth about American Express. Doesn't matter if you're in Australia, the States, Canada. Majority of the Westerners that speak English in their major countries know what American Express is. So they charge high annual fees and they give you a bunch of coupon membership stuff. So they're really trying to weed out. And game companies, especially Nintendo, are doing the exact same thing. Weeding out the bare minimum / non-profitable customers and make them switch to more expensive plan. Nintendo could get away with it because some of the Nintendo fanboys are kind of something else. And they don't understand opportunity costs. So there's that to it. Oh yeah, Xbox has the Game Pass. I always forget that service existed.
Yeah.
We have a 360 in the closet. So hopefully that gives you an idea. I can go on about personal finance and credit card marketing strategies, but I can almost guarantee you, majority of the companies these days for businesses that involved with like entertainment, they follow American Express's marketing plan. That's why business schools are pretty competitive when it comes to internships, because they know if you're in finances, listen very carefully. If you have an MX internship on your resume, you're already far freaking ahead than most people when it comes to entry-level jobs. Same goes with JP Morgan to a certain extent. What is Game Pass to be exact though? Do they just give you like you pay a subscription fee and then you just choose whatever games they released for that month? Like a category? So I wouldn't know. I don't have that much experience with Game Pass. All I know is that they had Yakuza 0 on the Game Pass at one point. I don't know if that's still true to this day though. Monokuma adults. That's such a weird thing, but okay. You want 5 Greek statues? Fine. Make it done. But we'll see what comes up. I mean, you guys know how stingy I am with spending, so that should come to no surprise to you guys. I really only buy games on the discounts these days, because that's like the best thing to do, in my personal opinion. Unless it's a series you really love. Power Souls? Yes. When people tell me a Switch game costs $60, come to Seattle, you're paying $68 for a brand new Switch game. Sorry guys, I just had to put that tangent. But other than that though, I really wish the whole weeding out non-profitable customers was done a little bit differently. But if it makes some money in the end, it makes some money in the end, and that's all that matters to the companies. Music room. So Game Pass give you games for a while at a small price. They even include their exclusive releases on it. Got it. I feel like most people just use it for non-first party Microsoft games though. So when people told me about this, like the game selections for that said period, they told me like they've been playing second party stuff. And why are we trapping? Framers, behave yourself. But yeah, like other than that though, it seems like a better deal compared to the Switch Online stuff. And you know, I give props to Microsoft because they care a lot about they do backwards compatibility so much better these days, which really shocks me. Because Nintendo used to use the backwards compatibility strategy way back in the 3DS era. And now I think they stopped for now. Wait, oh, okay, Oceania only has 2. Okay. Okay, let's see. So we'll do more of her. I don't know, should I really debate using timestamps on the stream? I feel kind of lazy. Just put school ending, good ending. I'll decide later. Excuse me. But yeah, honestly though, do you guys remember your very first console? When I was growing up, my very first console was either 64 or Super Nintendo. I remember for sure the first game I played was Donkey Kong Country for the Super Nintendo. But I think this was at a friend's place. Yeah, it's much better. So the Game Pass is much better than both Sony and Nintendo. Sony says they don't care about old games according to their president. Then he's a normie. Nintendo just like does the bare minimum, and their fans are just happy with it. Which I'm for one don't support that mindset, but let choosers be choosers. Let me see. Why do we keep getting this question?
Yeah.
Like Sony stuff, I know they killed off the PSP store. I think this was a few months ago. And there was a petition going on with PS3 and I believe Vita at the time. So they had to like recall that move, but they still canceled the PSP store, which I don't really care about, to be honest. PSP emulation's already good enough. It's actually really, really smooth too. But Vita...
You got it!
But Vita and PS3, different story, bro. So, I don't know why people just want companies to do the bare minimum. I don't care if there's a delay. If you gotta make a delay to make a better product,
So,
please do. Please do. I'll take delays. If your game, if it means to make your game much more polished and more playable, please make delays. But you know, people just want instant gratification. And you know, I feel like patches are, they can't get away with patches forever though. Yeah, broken Master Sword. More like broken hearts, broken minds, broken wallets, but people don't care. That's on them. You know, that kind of thing. Like, I don't want to sound like an old fart or anything, but it's just like, why would you support a company that just releases bare minimum games? I can only say for Nintendo side because I never bought a Sony game day one, so I wouldn't know exactly. But I remember I told you guys about the story of Luigi's Mansion 3. It was before I downloaded the patch, but the day one patch was there. I guess I didn't connect my internet, so I can't really include that. But there was a few Switch games where, especially with Kirby Star Allies, that game is terrible until they gave out the free content, the free extra content for free. Because they knew a lot of people were going to complain about that game. Unless you were playing multiplayer. Oh man, Kirby Star Allies was such a piss poor product. Like,
Now then.
before they gave out extra modes, soul meter difficulty, boss rush, there was one more mode they included for the extra patches. It's just really not a good marketing strategy. The thing is, though, you have to think about my generation. I'm a millennial, and I gotta say this. We millennials are real stupid. Majority of the times.
Well?
But here's the problem. Millennials are so entitled to instant gratification. You can call us boomers 2.0 at this point. And it's like, why would you support the bare minimum standard? It just... I would rather have game companies delay games to make a better polished product. Because you think about it. You think about the opportunity cost. It costs more pressure to update those modes for free on the designer and programmers and all that jazz for that, you know, said company's team. 2, you would have less complaints on day 1. You'll have less. There's a word, less. And there's a few other things I can't think about right now, but you guys know what I'm talking about, right? So going back to Kirby Star Allies though, that game was priced $59.99 plus sales tax. So again, $68 in my area, but you're only getting 5 worlds plus a final boss. You know how long that game is? Without 100% completion, you'll be finishing that game in 3.5 hours. With 100% completion, by the bare minimum, you're gonna 100% that game within 6.5 hours or so. No, 6 hours to be exact. 6 hours, sorry, 6 hours. So it's like, why am I paying AAA price for this garbage? You know, Kirby Star Allies, the reason why I brought this example up, because it's the only Switch game I could think about that did this shenanigans. Some people will argue about Mario Tennis Aces, but Mario Aces is fine. I think that was I don't think they priced it full price after week 1, so it's a little different. Why do we keep getting this answer?
Yeah.
I just got your comment, man. I just got your comment. Moving on. So you used to like Assassin's Creed and accepted that, but then the story just started garbaging itself. But yeah, it's like, and also the Breath of the Wild 2's Master Sword being broken. I mean, it could lose its forgery, but
You got it.
it's the freaking Master Sword, bro. You put in the pedestal, it rejuvenates its edginess in some ways. New Horizons, No Man's Skies.
You got it.
There's a few other Switch games I can't think off the top of my head right now. Like the only games I could definitely say that were worthy of day 1 purchase, that were patched up properly, were Smash Ulti, Splatoon 2, Mario Odyssey to a certain extent. I mean, it was way more fun to play it before the patches came out. I can't say about Breath of the Wild because you guys know how much I despise that game. So I can't give you a fair critique on that part. What else is there? Third-party Switch games, that's also a big thing about, they're guilty of this as well.
Isn't that wonderful?
Oh man. There's a lot of stuff we could talk about with this topic, man. If I talk about this on Twitter, I know for sure I get canceled. I get canned for sure. But yeah, other than that though, like Splatoon 2, it wasn't as it was actually really polished when it first came out. Surprisingly. And they did the whole Octopath expansion. That was a really good move on them. What else is there? Ulti was actually really good on its day one release. I can't complain about it. Mario Kart 8, both Wii U and Switch, those were fine as well.
Now then.
Yeah, now that I think about it, it's really hard for me to think about other AAA Switch titles that were complete garbage for day one purchase. Because a lot of people love to bring up Mario Tennis Aces, but I thought the game was fine. It was really good.
Well?
Because I love tennis, guys. But story mode was actually pretty freaking fun, actually. And they give you like extra patches for free. Oh, it was lacking some content for Splatoon 2. I wouldn't know. I'm not a huge Splatoon 2 fanboy. I liked it for it at the time, but it was like, it was not my cup of tea. Oh boy, but I enjoy Splatoon 1 more though. For main mode. For getting had good patches. Oh, so FF14, Odyssey. Odyssey was much better with all those patches. Because it was just easier to get certain moons. But then the patches didn't break the game, so it is what it is. Oh boy, what do you want? We want to go dig for treasure.
You got it.
Jeez, it took her this long to ask a different question. Because I could have sworn we just kept on talking about candies and sweets. Oh, what else is there? Link's Awakening was okay. I think it was fine on the Switch for the day one release. I had fun with it when I played the when I saw my friend playing the demo.
So,
We got free pins. But it took us like legitimate half the convention day to get it. Oh man. See, Nintendo booth, you would have to camp yourself for those convention lines. That's why I didn't do a vlog on that video. Because I barely got in with Tales of Rise, and that was a reduced capacity. Capacity. Not capability. Capacity.
Wonderful. See?
Adachi. I know way to clean stuff up. But you guys get the gist of what I'm going with this. Like, you'll see people on Twitter hyping up every single day one hype release. At this point, I might actually have to start muting people.
hey there.
Hey, babe. What's cooking? Alright. Okay, if you guys do not know from yesterday's stream, every time I hear Junko's voice, she has the same voice actress as Mukuro and Junko in this game. I just get conditioned to say that. I don't know why. I talked to my friend about this on her stream, and she says, bro, you sound like exactly like Zivi from Tales of Cesteria and Berseria. You know the Playboy that does the wind stuff? Yeah, that guy. Wait a minute, do I need to make something new? Or am I done with this? Yeah, I'm done with this. Alright, good. So yeah, like, other than that though, that's like the major topic that I feel like most people just do not get. And the thing is though, if you go into depth, find day one releases without like doing some research, especially if it's a series you're not familiar with, I would definitely reevaluate those choices. But then again, it's their choice, so it is what it is. You know what? I'm gonna max out Byakuya's cleaning level. Screw this noise. Fee? What about Fee? So you heard a lot of people on Twitter make jokes about if being in pain now set the sword in broken. With Fee? What if you guys want to pronounce her name? I always pronounce it as Fee. Fee, Fi, Fo. Catch a tiger by its tail. That is there's a lot of memes that could go with the Master Sword. From penetration to Fee's annoying robotic noise about saying Master. change your batteries. Master, you need to take a break. Master, I'm bored, but I'm here to annoy you.
Now then.
That was the one thing I hate about Skyward Sword, because Fee got really annoying. Especially after, like, what? 2 hours of Skyward session? The game itself is actually good. Day one games get hyped for a week and then it's swept under the rug after what you've seen. They go on training for 2 weeks, guys. After those 2 weeks, with the exception of Elder Ring so far, they die. That's how training works, guys. When something big happens, like a huge topic happens, it dies out after 2 weeks. Most of the times. Fashion, music, games, majority of the times. Even credit cards, surprisingly. They all die within 2 weeks. School store. So maybe Fee will come back and just be in pain the whole time. Oh, yes! This is what I wanted to show you guys. Dude, these events are so freaking rare, too. I'm just really surprised we got the second one. You will hear the soundtrack again in DR2, by the way. Cough, cough. Fermination, swim like crazy. But yeah, I'm pretty sure Fee... You stopped hearing about Kirby after... I knew that game was gonna die. I already knew it was gonna die. Some people would really try to persuade me to buy that game full price. I'm like, hell no. It looks really good and fun, don't get me wrong, because I do like Kirby, but... $68 for a 13-hour game to 100%? Hell no. And I don't see myself... The thing about me is that I don't replay platformers that often. If anything, pretty rarely, actually. So, it's like... Yeah, no, unless you're gonna spare me some discounts, I ain't getting that game. I'll just watch my friends play it and see them have joy with it. I don't know. I'm a cheapskate, I know, guys.
I got it.
But that's what happens when you're into stock marketing and stuff. But yeah, Fee, she got penetrated by the Master Sword way too much. That's why she bugs the Master for her needs. Oh man, I forgot it plays the closing argument in this section. It's actually really cool. Dang, Bowser's evil. Doug Bowser.
Yeah.
I did not know Bowser was actually a surname until Doug became president. But people who tell me about these things, like, I love Nintendo, but it's gotta have more content.
You got it.
And see if I could replay it. Odyssey, at least I could replay it. Link's Awakening for both the Switch and Game Boy, I could replay that too. But Kirby, I rarely replay Kirby.
So,
Shoot, even Sonic games I can't replay, but that's a Sega IP. But me replaying a visual novel, that is a whole different ballpark. Because I actually really love the Danganronpa series. So that's, you guys now know why I keep certain games and why I replay certain games. That's because if I see myself replaying them, I replay it. And if I get a game for a discount price, I'm happy with that too. What the F is that? It looks like a... It looks like a,
But hold on.
a pencil... Oh no, it's one of those, toy thingies. I thought it was a pencil pouch or something. But
Well
watch people talk about, like,
Hey!
if Super Mario 64 was priced like full price at $59.99 plus sales tax, they would definitely buy it.
You guys!
Very young, couldn't get into it. Kirby's way too simplistic, but
Yes, indeed.
I can only really recommend it to the hardcore fans or people who have never played games before.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna be doing Kirby's Dream Land 2 as my cooldown playthrough though, because I really love Dreamland 1, and I don't have nostalgia for that game other than high school. When I played it, like, what, 10 years after its release? No, it was 20 years. It came out, when did Kirby's Dream Land 1 come out? 1991, right?
Isn't that wonderful?
So you are really freaking helping me out, man.
See ya.
Yeah, discounts are good. Golden Week is gonna be coming out. It's coming up very soon. It always comes out either the end of April or early May. I know this because I keep track of discount dates, guys. I make mental notes. Microchips, gas burner, and wielder? Why would you need this many equipment stuff? But yeah, like honestly though, this is I feel like people should just like keep waiting for discounts. The games are not gonna go anywhere, but the hype is. And the whole thing about FOMO is just stupid. Alright, but with that being said though, Kirby's Dream Land 2, I don't remember much of it other than my best friend at the time. He let me play it. I remember Kirby's Dream Land 2 being very short actually, but with a pretty difficult final boss. Oh shoot, I'm out of syringes. You guys won't be getting your vaccines anytime soon now. Wielders. So, it's gonna be a pretty refreshing experience, I guess you could say. It may take up 2 streams, because I remember some of the minigames being very, very absurd. Along with the certain animal buddies becoming RNG shenanigans, so... It may take 2 parts, it may take 1 part. That's why I didn't really schedule it if I was gonna do it today or tomorrow. We shall see. We shall see indeed. But other than that though, Kirby lore is so freaking crazy. Yeah, FOMO has been a big thing since the early internet days, unfortunately. I mean, it used to be like the whole druggy thingy. Like trying to peer pressure people to drugs, but now it's changed into like electronics and materialistic stuff. But yeah, FOMO is just a really stupid concept. Guys, do what you want to do. If you feel like doing it, do it. If you don't want to do it, say the N-word. No! Bro, my area, if you say no, people will pull knives at you.
Now then.
It's like treated as a derogatory term in my area. Ill is some sort of uke. 6.
Well?
I can't count that far in Spanish. But I could count that in Japanese, Korean, and French. French kiss. But yeah, other than that though, do what you guys need to do. Don't let people pressure into getting it if you're not interested. That's why, like, when I was peer pressured by both Bravely Default 2 and a different game, some people could get over and resist and others can't. That's true. But the thing is though, you gotta train your mentality to say no! You know, that kind of thing.
You got it.
Saying, like, when you have that urgency, it becomes harder for most people. I do agree. But that's why you have to condition yourself to do it. Shoot, if I did that much earlier in my lifetime, think about how much stocks in my retirement account would have. And I would have stuck with emulation so much earlier. You know, that kind of thing. Because I gave up FOMO, day 1 hype / FOMO, since since the 3rd year of the Switch. Yeah, the 3rd year of Switch. So around like 2020.
This is
No. 2019. Sorry, 2019. Because 17, 18, 19.
Yes, indeed. Now.
Oh my god, I bought so much Switch games too, and it was just... I felt so stupid. Especially with the limited runs and stuff, where you could just get them really cheap on Steam. Guys, if there's a third-party game on Steam...
Now then.
That's not, you know, from a second party, but from an indie group, buy it on Steam. You're gonna get a much better deal.